It's Sunday, May 10th, 2020. This is all about your Benjamins and your weekly mixtape and week in review video. First off, obviously can't lead out without saying Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there, to my mother, Denise Castelli, to my wife, Angela Castelli, to my mother-in-law, Barbara Drania. Happy Mother's Day, and all the mothers out there, I hope you have a great day. Hopefully your spouses, your partners, your children all make you feel extremely special and take good care of you. When we get done with this, I'm off to help the boys make Ange breakfast and hopefully have a relaxed day since we can't go do much anymore. Anyways, let's get to the headlines that may or may not be impacting your financial plan and portfolio. Very short list this week, and they don't even need a lot of explanation because we've been covering a lot of these along the way, so we'll just touch them real quick. First one, unemployment rate came out up over 14%, and we have basically given away 10 years worth of job growth in 1 month's time. So we've talked about that before. I think it's 33 million individuals are on unemployment right now. Staggering numbers, and if you see the charts and just the employment numbers in the drop, it's almost breathtaking, and not to be dramatic, but it's a crazy thing to see. The only optimism I see on this right now, because this is a short-term thing, we will bounce back, jobs will come back, some jobs will not, new jobs will come, but if you think about on the flip side, if we could lose jobs that quickly, surrounded the coronavirus and everything, once we get through this period of time, the ramp up for employment could be pretty good. Could be a lot of demand for hiring people back and things running back up, so it could be a good thing in the future. When is that going to be, we don't know, obviously, but I look at if it comes down fast, it could come back up even faster when the economy is back and we're fully open. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I would imagine, if I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction, I'm going to imagine when things kind of get back to the old way, there will be a little bit of a hesitation before hiring would run off. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if I know anything about any of this. Next up, the stock market. Makes absolutely no sense if you're looking at headlines that we just talked about, unemployment at 14%, losing 10 years of jobs, yet the stock market continues to recover from the big decline we had earlier this year. Now, still not back to even, still have some ways to go, but you hear markets markets having positive weeks when hugely negative information is out there, and there's still a lot of unknown with the virus as well, but I think this is just another example that I try to highlight about how difficult investing can be. You can have a storyline in your mind that does not match out there, and the market doesn't care what you think. The market doesn't care what the professionals think. It just does its thing. So I just bring that up that we don't know exactly why, although the next article in there has 5 reasons that maybe the market is doing well when the economy doesn't look that well and the future doesn't look super strong. The thing that a lot of things are going to fall back on is the market is forward pricing. So the market is looking 6 to 12 months out, trying to figure out what is life going to be like there, what are companies going to be doing there, and that's what the market prices in. When we get new information, that's when you see the market react up or down. But the reality of it is there is no one person controlling the market. Benjamin Graham talks about Mr. Market, but there's not one person. There's no one individual we can say, well, why are you buying the market up right now? There are traders across the globe. There are regular investors like you and me. There are algorithms out there trading off of words that are mentioned in the media. There's no way to know that. It's just that over the long term, the history of the market is pricing things in forward, and a collection of buyers and sellers are what determines the price. We can't go to every individual person and survey them to say, why are you investing? Some people are investing because they think the virus isn't as bad. Some people are thinking that it's going to be a V-shaped recovery, down and back up. All these different reasons are leading to why people may or may not be investing. But it's just interesting to see the reasons and the theories behind it. Again, at the end of the day, no one really knows, which leads to a long-term diversified portfolio, maybe some tactical investments in there where things shift based off of trigger points that are not emotions, but rather market moves or moving averages. Maybe that's a good fit, but trying to time the market is a very tough thing to do. We saw it in the fall of 2018. We saw it earlier this year, just a few weeks ago. Not very many people can do it very successfully and end up causing more harm trying to get in and out. Okay, so moving away from the market, those 2 articles are there. The Treasury came out and said they're going to be borrowing a $3 We're borrowing $3 trillion this quarter. I just bring that out to show that the government is still committed financially to getting us through this. So that whole $3 trillion is going to be used to help keep the economy going, distributing money to small businesses and things of that sort. But another staggering number, $3 trillion. I can't even fathom what $3 trillion actually would look like or means. These numbers are just so huge, but they're doing everything they can to keep things going, which I do view as a positive. It's just making sure those dollars really get to go where they need to go versus going places that maybe it's not the best use for those dollars to help the economy come back. And the final thing, just an interesting one I saw in the journal, that life insurance is having its day in the news right now. So there are Americans being turned away from life insurance, which usually life insurance is not anything exciting. It is a part of your financial plan, protecting your income, protecting your assets for your loved ones over a period of time. We're not going to get into term versus whole life, but insurance is a part of a financial plan. It is an important piece of what we do, and usually, barring any major health issues, there's not a lot of questions around it. You go get it, you have it, you go through the test, you pay it, and it is what it is. But we're seeing with interest rates down real low, because that's how the insurance companies make money, the premiums that we're paying them, they go invest very conservatively so they can pay out claims when they come. But with yields down real low, they can't make a lot. And then the uncertainty around the coronavirus and health, they're tailoring who they're applying, whether or not they're taking, or who they're approving, whether or not they're taking on applications or approving policies. So just an interesting thing. I don't foresee it being a huge issue for planning purposes. Hopefully you already have your life insurance in place. Hopefully you're healthy enough to still be able to go get it. But some of those older clients may have a harder time picking up insurance right now. Again, the health issues and then the low interest rates. As bad as it is, insurance companies, their profit. We need them to make money to be able to be around to pay these claims out when we need them. So they have to make decisions along the way based off of the current environment. And the current environment is not very friendly to life insurance right now. So just thought it was interesting. That is it for this week. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you are on the blog, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with that. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give us some likes, some comments, any feedback, any things you want to hear us talk about. Let me know, and be able to work those into videos as well, going above and beyond just these articles, or doing an additional video also. So hope you have a great day. Make sure to take care of your mothers. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug and kiss. If you are in the same household, social distancing, be careful with all that. Have a great day, and we will see you next week.